The thought of your abundance in the 5D reality produces the feeling of abundance,
Yes.
of worthiness. Your thought of your wealth in three-dimensional reality produces the feeling of lack of not having it. So when we create from the field, we have to create from the state where we feel the feeling of the event before it occurs. In the quantum, you have to feel it first to experience it in three-dimensional reality. So change the information in the field, you change the hologram. This is all a hologram. You're going to change the projection in three-dimensional reality. So we teach people how to practice with brain and heart coherence to change more information in the field, keep changing the information in the field, get closer and closer to source. This is the greater mind. You don't have to worry about when it's going to happen or how it's going to happen or try to predict it. It's none of your business.
Person who really takes the time to study instead of watching Netflix, instead of scrolling through TikTok, instead of getting on their phone and doing mindless texts or whatever. They're going to set aside an hour a day and I'm going to learn this information. When they sit down to do the work, they're present.
Yeah.
They understand if they feel this emotion, that they're going to signal a new gene in a new way. If they feel the other emotion, they're going to down-regulate that gene and up-regulate the gene for their disease. So now it's an understanding.
Yeah.
If I rehearse how I'm going to be mentally, I'm going to install the hardware in my brain. If I keep doing this, it's going to become a software program. I'm going to start acting that way. Okay, if I say I can't, it's too hard, I'm too tired, I don't feel good, those are the things that stop me. Okay, but what if I just start saying anything is possible? I believe in synchronicities. What if I, with my intention and attention, just really get clear on that? Would that be the new voice in my head? So now, the person who's truly present and not thinking about their shower or the emails they have to do or their cell phone or their text or when they have to take their kids to ballet or whatever, you're going to get to all of that. The person who's truly present, if they follow the instructions, we've seen them have very significant changes. First, in their subjective experience of themselves. Like, wow, my back pain isn't there. That's kind of weird. Or, God, I slept better last night. These small indicators are feedback to tell you that.
Okay, let's talk about the blessing of the energy centers meditation in general. Those centers are centers of information. Science now is coming out to show that they have their own individual frequency, and frequency is information. They have their own associated glands and hormones and chemicals and gene expressions and their own individual little clusters of neurons. So they're under the control of the autonomic nervous system, and the autonomic nervous system language is feeling. That's what its language is. Different hormones create different feelings, and when energy moves into each one of these little brains and energy moves into those areas, they become activated and blood flow changes and hormonal expression changes. They produce their own individual mind and they have their own intention. And you can think about your first center when it's activated, or your third center when it's activated, or your fourth center that's activated. It's different feelings, different emotions, and different states of being. And when these centers are activated, they have their own consciousness. Certainly the consciousness of the fourth center is very different than the consciousness of the third center. And yet you can't get to the fourth center without having the third center. And all of the energy of one center is wrapped up in the next. So the energy of the first center is included in the second center. The energy of the third center has the energy of the second center and the first center.
Familiar past will sooner or later be predictable future. So if you believe that your thoughts have something to do with your destiny, and you can't think greater than how you feel, or feelings have become the means of thinking, by very definition of emotions, you're thinking in the past. And for the most part, you're going to keep creating the same life.
You will never feel ready to do things that scare you. You will never feel ready to take that leap. Your brain is designed to protect you, and change requires risk. And so you are protecting yourself by saying maybe tomorrow. If you want to change your life, you must make a decision to change your life.